And please raise your hand if your mate, if your partner is here as well. So, okay, whose partner is not here? Mazi, your partner is here? So whose partner is not here? Please raise your hands. Okay, thank you. So, again, to make sure that we are on the same page, we are talking today how to create intimacy. Annie, do you want to say something? Yes, Annie. Annie, do you want to say something? Okay. So, just to make sure that we are on the same page, the question is when you teach via Zoom, how you can create intimacy. Madi, I think you was not in the last lesson, if I remember correctly. Okay, who was not in the last lesson? Okay. So I think what we will do today, we will do what we call frish mish. Frish mish means I will tell you a little bit, and we'll be on the same page what we are talking about, what we are exercising, and what we are training. And then I'll do again breakout rooms. So God forbid you may get another mate, another partner. And then I will tell you what we do and how we do it again. So I'm sorry for those who did their homework. I'm not sorry because it was a good homework, but we will change it a little bit and we'll make it in a different way, not in a different way, but more that you can see everything, how it works here and now. So again, the question is how you create intimacy in Zoom when we cannot touch each other. We don't even see correctly each other because it goes through filters, it goes through the cameras. And more than that, what is more important, we don't look like we are looking in your eyes. Because when I'm looking at you here, you can see my eyes are moving along the screen, and none of you feel that I'm looking at your eyes. Because you know me, and you know that I'm looking at your eyes, and there's also the energy thing, so we feel more connected. But in order to create a vision that I'm looking at you, each and every one of you in your eyes, I have not to look at your eyes because I have to look at the camera. And when I'm looking at the camera like now, then you feel like I'm looking at your eyes. But I want to see you. I want to see your faces. I want to see your, every move in your face or things that I can really get the energy and feel it. So you feel that I'm not looking at you. And also when you are teaching, you will have the same problem. When you want to see all the students, all the participants, you look like you don't look at their eyes. So this is one thing. And we have to try today how to do it beyond that. And also I want to share with you something that, let's do it here, about what we are talking about. I'll just say very briefly what we were talking last lesson. Do you see this? Do you see it? Yes? Okay. So the first, what I said now, the eye contact paradox. You have to look into the lens, not into the screen. And I don't know why they didn't solve this problem yet, technically. And then when you are teaching, the best way that it looks as close as you can to look at your eyes, you have to drag the video window of the person you're speaking with to the top of the screen. Now I cannot do it because I'm talking to all of you together. But then if I want to talk to one of you personally, I drag it to the top of the screen and then I look at you and the lens almost close to each other, and it's easier for you to feel like I'm looking at your eyes. Just to say that to look at somebody's eyes, when you stand in front of somebody and you hold hands, what we did in the retreat, for example, and you look totally in the eyes, what you will feel and see that the eyes are kind of a channel to the soul. So when I am just now focusing on Carlos, for example, and I look at Carlos' eyes, I can see, the more I will be focused, I can see Carlos' energy, Carlos' soul, Carlos' spirit maybe, and also kind of emotionally. I can see his emotions, looking at his face, looking how he looks like, if he's stressed or not stressed, if he's serious or not serious, etc., etc. What we did last week, and we begin with this exercise today, that the more I am moving my body and making a sound and looking at your eyes, it will be easier for me to see you with me, and it will be easier for you to be with me when we are talking to each other. And we will, in a moment, maybe we'll do it now, we'll begin with this. Like we did it before, I want you to imagine, hello, Bunny. I want you to imagine somebody, but what we'll do now, this somebody will be all of us together. So I'm imagining that all of you are looking at me, which makes me very happy, and I can feel this in my body. And I'm holding your hands. So I'll imagine that I'm holding one of you in his or her hands, and I want each and every one of you to do it. And then what we do, when we did it when we are physically with each other, when we do this and we make a sound, something totally opens within us. For example, now I'm looking at myself, and below me I see Annie, and I see Nadine, and I see Caroline and Bonnie. So when I'm looking at your eyes, each and every one of you, I can feel more what is going on inside you. The thing is that always, almost always, when we are doing it, when we are physically in front of each other, there is something that is stuck. We cannot really open ourselves totally. And when we're doing this work, this exercise, we can open ourselves more and more and more. At the end, as if I can look through you totally. I look at your eyes and I can see the ground, I can see the center of the earth, and I can see heaven and earth together. So if you are ready, let's do this exercise together. Those who were not here. So now I'll imagine that I'm holding Annie's hands. I think it was the same last week, no, Annie? So I'm lucky. And now I'm imagining that I'm holding your hands. And what we will do together, we will raise our hands and put them down together. And then we put our feet on the ground. Barefoot is better. And we make a sound together. And when we make a sound together, then my body is getting more and more and more open, until at the end I can totally relax on one hand, but assimilate myself in the body of the other or in the soul of the other, if you want. Okay, Shalu, are you there? You're on my left, so just to know that where are you now? And Annie went to the left again. She left me, so I'm sorry for that. Now I have Abby and Isabel. Great. Let's open our hands. Imagine that we are holding hands with somebody in front of us. Take a deep breath and we do it together. Ha, 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 ha. Stop. Open your eyes. All what you feel now, you feel the eyes in the eye contact. You feel the hands of this one that you hold, and you feel the ground under your feet. All the rest is disappearing in a way, evaporating. So we'll do it a few times together, and then you can feel how it feels like. And now I encourage all of us, including me, to move and look at somebody else's eyes as well. So you can choose one in each exercise or two even, and then see more. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3. Caroline. Stop. Open your eyes. Take a deep breath. Oh, thank God, Annie came back. You look at the eyes, and let's do it again. And you can choose somebody else as well. Okay? Take a deep breath, and let's do it again. Now, don't tell anybody, but I'm going to look in Isabel's eyes. So let's see what happens. Hello, Fatem. If you just do what we are doing, explanation will come later. 1, 2, 3. Ha, 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 Stop. Stay in the eyes. Take a deep breath. Relax your body. And feel what is happening in the body. When you maintain the eye contact and you look at the eyes, now I'll look at the camera so you can see me as if I'm looking at your eyes. Something within us is changing. And we feel more open and more intimate. Okay. Now, before I continue teaching, I will send you all to a breakout rooms again. If it happened to you to be with somebody else, then last time, that's also okay. And I want in these 10 minutes, each of you will get 5 minutes. I want you to share the most intimate story that you can share now with your partner. It doesn't matter if you told it already here or not, if it's new or not, if it happened yesterday or 20 years ago, doesn't matter. Just look inside for a moment and see what is the most intimate story that you can share with your partner. And what you say, you say, my name is Shlomo, and my most intimate story I can share with you now is, and then I'm sharing the story. Understood? Understood. Hello, Daniela. You know what to do. Okay. So this, I will now put you to breakout rooms. You have exactly 10 minutes, so 5 minutes each. After 5 minutes, change positions. And the first 5 minutes, one is in total listening and the other is sharing. And then you switch roles. Okay? Let's go for it. We are here 18 people, so we'll have 9 breakout rooms. Okay. You have to push the button join and you join to your room.
Hi, Charlotte.
Hi.
Hi.
So good to see you. Thank you. I really enjoy everything you do and say. Yeah. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
go ahead.
I don't know what to say.
Okay.
Do you want to share first?
Okay. My name is Charlotte, and I'm going to share what I feel is the most intimate thing in my life, uh, which involves growing up in a wonderful family, but feeling so out of place and thought that I found a cure for my shyness. That cure landed me in a drug rehab facility back in 1983. After I decided that the only way I could stop using drugs was to get pregnant because I would never use during pregnancy. But the addiction is so overpowering that I couldn't feel like I could even breathe trying to, get withdrawal. So I kept using. I tried to stop, but I kept using. So, uh, what I discovered or what I fell upon was the the lifelong journey I've been on since then was to figure out or find who I really am. Because when I was there in that rehab, somebody asked me, a counselor asked me, Charlotte, who are you? And it threw me off balance because I said, Charlotte, that's who I am. Like, just said my name. What do you mean? Who am I? But for the rest of my life, I wanted to find out who I really am. And through working through all the spiritual principles of the program that I'm in, I realized that it's got nothing to do with what I have, what my body looks like, who I am married to, or who I'm a mother. All those things don't matter. It's not who I am. That's just physically the situation I'm in. But who I really am is a child of the universe, a creation of my creator, and nothing more than that, but definitely nothing less. I have found so much peace in that I continue sharing that with people in the program, trying to help them. So yeah, I've been through a lot of painful situations, heartbreaking situations, and found out that I found that strength inside of me that I can get through anything this life has to offer, no matter what, because I am a beautiful creation of my higher power. So I don't know. I guess, is that 5 minutes? I don't know. But
And
that's-
do you feel at peace? Do you feel happy?
yeah, 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 I do. Um, I Okay, so like I have been working on uh acceptance. I mean, the whole program teaches you about acceptance and hope and forgiveness and love and non-judgmental and just all these beautiful things. And I, no matter what happens, I accept what I cannot change.
Yeah, of course.
And that's where my happiness is. It's just I want to be happy. So I'm not going to have I'm working on not having negative thoughts of, anything. Like just accept what I have, what I can, and do what I can if I can do something. But my main uh ability is to just focus on the love that I have and to raise the vibration of my love to go out and be a beacon of hope, a light to shine. That's my goal.
Yeah. Well, you transmit a lot of that inner peace, a depth of your being, and you don't sway. You are all the time focused on on the light and the energy and being clear where you want to go. So I love to see that in you.
Well, thank you. It wasn't easy. I had to go through all kinds of deep depression and so depressed I didn't know that I was depressed because I'm always trying to put the pieces back together real fast, but
Of course.
I fell off the I fell into a deep, deep hole. And it wasn't until I got a message um, that said, "Be true to yourself, Charlotte." I heard that. And I thought, oh, yeah, be true to myself. Like, I don't owe anybody anything. I have to just be true to myself. And that's what I will give back to others. So,
Yeah, it's amazing. We're all on this journey and we all have our challenges and problems to solve. And um, it's really great that we can speak openly and feel the trust within this group. That's really quite a remarkable thing. Like I just feel we're all so like down to earth at the same time. It's like deep roots we're like trees, and then that also we have our branches that are spreading out and up to the light and welcoming and shading, giving shade for other people. It's very beautiful.
relaxing that we got here.
Yeah, I guess I had my kind of like wake up when when I was 32, and I had a giving birth to my son, and I thought it was going to be a natural home birth, but in the end, I had a placenta abruptia, so the placenta tore away from the lining of the womb, and I had to have an emergency section, and I lost a lot of blood. So many women in my situation, can lose their lives, and also the baby can be born like with brain damage. So I guess that was my sort of like wake up in the sense that wow, that was a close call. And then sort of like 11 months later, I had a ruptured appendix, And because we were traveling like in the middle of Europe and everything, and then I ended up going to one doctor and a gynecologist, and that was like 11 months after the cesarean section. And so, yeah, the appendix had ruptured. I had all this poison in my body. And again, then eventually, I had so much pain. I had like cesarean one way, and then I had the ruptured appendix the other way because they just cut me open. It's like they didn't know what was happening with my body. And anyway, so with a lot of heavy antibiotics, I came around. So yeah, there was kind of like 2 close calls within a short period of time, which was sort of like what made me wake up. And then today, actually 25 years ago, my sister's husband died suddenly. He was 38 years of age. He had a brain hemorrhage. And that was also a wake-up call for me because that was like the catalyst for me to look at my marriage, the relationship I was in. And then, ended up like separating, divorcing sometime afterwards. But it was a catalyst for, waking up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So
Catalyst.
I'm very happy life is calm now.
Yeah.
And I'm appreciating a lot. Sometimes it's a little bit too calm, but I feel very grateful for all that I had come through. And like you, I mean, I also had my moments of depression and difficulties in understanding the behavior of some people, and I think I also I'm different to the rest of my family. So I think we all have maybe a black sheep in the family or a white sheep, golden sheep. And I think, you know what it is? I think us, the ones that are different, are the ones that bring healing to the family. Because we do so much work on ourselves, we heal the family tree.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm empath. I mean, I can remember situations when I was growing up where I still remember that, like, the feeling of feeling like if somebody's going through something. I still remember this. And I don't know if I am or not, but that's what it feels like.
Can you speak a little bit louder?
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's better. Yeah. I actually didn't get, could you tell me that again when you were growing up? I didn't quite get it.
I just think that I have a lot of empathy. I may be one of those empaths.
Okay.
I do remember things that hit me so hard from feeling someone else's emotions that other people that didn't think much of it, but I felt it. So I don't know what that means. I really don't, but I do get a lot of I don't know, empathy.
Yeah.
Well,
You're obviously sensitive. You pick up on other people's energies, their
Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah.
And I think, we're generally more yin or more yang. The people who are more empaths, they're kind of like more yin because they're like these, antennas which pick up all the information, right? And then
Right.
there's the others who are more yang, which would probably be more the healers, right? Who give out.
Right. Okay. Wow. I really admire you.
Really?
Yes.
Why is that? For any particular reason?
You just give so much to this group that we're in. Like you're always there. You're always involved and giving and uh-oh.
We've got almost a minute.
Yeah, I just really appreciate you a lot to be in this group and I really love you.
Oh, thank you. And it's so sweet to meet you, to talk to you, and we could do it maybe in another moment as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Thank you.
and yeah, I feel we're all so connected.
Hmm.
It's safe.
Yeah, I still don't understand how I got into this group, but it just sort of fell into my lap, and you know, I'm here because I just felt that it was important.
Yeah, for sure. There's a reason we're all connected.
Mhm.
And
Okay. Now I'll tell you what we have to do. We'll do few exercises. The first exercise will be like, we begin to do it, that every one of you will say his or her name, but his or her name will not be his name or her name, it will be the name of the partner. And then I want to see if you really were totally listening, because this is also training for total listening. So your partner will be honest and will do this. If you say, tell his story or her story exactly, then you do this. If not, you do this. If somewhere in between, you can do this. But don't be nice. I want you to say what is true. If you felt like you were seen, somebody saw you and told your story. Okay? So I'll begin along my screen, and I want you to totally be the other, totally be the partner. Feel like he feels or she feels. Talk like she. You don't have to imitate, but talk like you are her, and then we will see how we were really listening, and also we will see how we can present our partner. And then we will learn also your stories, your intimate stories, all of us. If there is any kind of story that you told and you don't want your partner to share it here, you can say stop. Okay, but if everything is okay, go for it. So the first one will be on my screen, almost as usual, Abby. You say, my name is Faten.
My name is Faten, and I'm not really sure what to share. I share a lot with everybody, so a personal story doesn't really come easy right away. Well, the reason that I got into healing was because of my mother. My mother has had many strokes, and it hurts me to see her like that. And I want her to be well. And so I've done a lot of studying in nutrition and different avenues to see what I can do to help my mother. And I really wasn't able to be much help, but I tried and I never stopped trying. And I would go see her in Jordan, and I feel guilty sometimes because I don't spend as much time with her when I'm there as I want to, but I have other people that want to see me. My daughter tells me I have a life, but I still feel guilty. And my mother passed and my father passed, and I'm still working through that. I'm still working through that.
Thank you. That's all? Okay. Faten, show us, first of all, how she was. Okay. Now you are Abby. My name is Abby Schuster.
My name is Abby. I have a daughter. She's 2 years old, and her birthday coming, and I promised her to take her to the zoo. So I have to pick it up my dad's car. And when I went there with my little daughter, and the car, it's not there. So what I did, because I promised her it's her birthday, so I promised her. So I went through subway and bus, and when I reached that, like, car street, and then after that, my little daughter, she wants to be nursing, and when I look at the back, like that bus, like has a couple of men, and they look like they're drunk. So what I did, I sat in the front of the bus, and my daughter, she screams, she wants to be nursed. So what I did, like after like a little while, I looked back, and there's just one man left. And then I went back and I start like sitting in the corner and I start nursing my little baby. And after that, like my little one, she's when she start nursing, like she start just one or two sips, and after that she jumped and she's like hi to the man beside me. And I said like, wow, that's gonna be like right now conversation I don't prepare it for. So what I did, like I start talking to that man, and he was a very nice man, and end up he is missed his stop, and I told him like we are going to the zoo if he wants to join us, and he did, and we went all together to the zoo, and after that we walked and had a good time, and he bought for us ice cream for me and for my daughter. And my daughter, like for some reason, like when she's playing around, she dropped her ice cream. And when she drops her ice cream, the way I raised, just take the ice cream and just rub it and like we eat it. And that man, he said, no, I buy her another one. And he doesn't seems like he has so much money, but I felt for the first time somebody care about me more than money. And I felt like it's touched my heart so much. And then after that, I got home and he got home. And after that, he called me if he can come and spend the night, because he said his uncle like raising him with axe and stuff like that. And I told him, yes, of course, like, you can come for the night. And then after that, we end up together. We have a kid. And until now, I like feel so much love to him. And even though we're not together, we always, when we have any phone call and anything, we always say to each other, love you, because that's how we feel toward each other.
Thank you. Amy, how was she? You're not objective, but I trusted that you did. That's great. Okay, on my screen now is Petrina. Who are you, Petrina?
I am Nadine, and my initiated name is I'm Nadine. I apologize for this. Means love and compassion, and to me, that's what all of this is all about. It's about love and compassion. I went on a vision quest for 4 days where we just drank water, and it was like a tornado being in the vortex of the energy. And I had an amazing experience with that. And when coming back after that, it was really challenging to be able to maintain that, coming back to the to day-to-day life. But that was a powerful experience in my life that has really been important. I was trained as a scientist, so I was always looking outside of myself for things to make sense. And now I have started to go. I've gone inward to understand things for love and compassion. I'm having a really difficult time right now because my husband has dementia and he's not in touch with reality. So he's often just very, very difficult to deal with him. And his children blame me for problems. I have a very, I was often tears come to my eyes, and it's not because I'm sad, it's because I'm moved with love from within myself.
Thank you.
Yeah. Very moved. I I am a very loving, beautiful person.
Thank you. So Nadine, okay, thank you. Now Nadine, you're gonna be Petrina.
I'm Petrina, and I live in the desert. And I like to go out very early in the morning. But this course is quite early, so I didn't have time to go this morning. But usually, what I like is the owl. It's really important for me, this animal. And you know what? When I got up this morning, I just opened the door, and there was a feather of the owl in the front. And even more, when we did the exercise before, I was with you doing that openness to, I was looking at your eyes to be in contact with you. And I'm I help people with mental health. And previously to the pandemic, I prefer to see people one-on-one. But since the pandemic, I do help people on Zoom. And then I find out that I have a global impact, and I could help people all over the world with that. It opens my consciousness. And Nadine asked me about where exactly I live in the desert. And we realized she was interested in the fact that it was near Greg Braden. So I told her about a spiritual experience I had with Greg Braden when I was in a meeting listening to, he was a keynote, the man who did the keynote. And I went to see him because I had just bought a book of Bruce Lipton, and I wanted to ask him if he knew him. And when I told him, I asked him that, he just put his arm around me, and I just felt so much love and energy going through me. I still could feel that connection that we had at that time. And it was really a special experiment for me.
Thank you. Robin, who are you today?
I'm Annie, and I am an incredibly loving, kind, insightful person who, and I make room for people in my life to behave better and to be the best versions of themselves, even if they haven't treated me well in the past. And I have expanded and grown and grounded myself. And I am disappointed when there's confusion and disdain or disregard or disrespect, or somebody deflects
and tries to rewrite history, it confuses me and it hurts my heart because the people closest to me should know, not should know, but people who know me know I'm coming from this loving place. And it hurts me with everything I know to know that somebody who I love so much would say something so hurtful to me and try to reverse the progress I've made. But I know enough to know this is not who they really are, and I pray for them and want them to become the best versions of themselves.
Thank you. So now, Robin. Robin, Annie, how was she?
She was great. She made me cry. She took what I said and she put all the emotion into it. It's amazing. Thank you.
So now you are Robin.
I'm Robin, and I am so, so happy in my marriage. I'm married to a wonderful man. We've been married for 6 months now. And there's a situation where my beloved husband is feeling uncomfortable. And I feel like I'm stuck in the middle between two people. And I love my husband and I care very deeply for this other person who's like a family member. And so I am really trying to figure out how to keep the relationship with this family member because he's so important, especially to my son. And so I am just hoping and praying that everything will work out and that all of our relationships will feel important and everyone's needs will be met.
Thank you. Yes, Robin. Okay. I know you will all do this, so I don't push. Thank you. The next one on my screen is Michaela. Who are you, Michaela, today?
I'm Yasmina.
Okay.
I'm Yasmina. I'm a bit tired today, so I'm not sure what to say. But I admire you, Michaela, for a connection with the dogs. And I did have a dog. I loved him since my childhood because we did have a dog. It was so cute, and I loved him too much. But then he died. He passed away, and then I didn't have a dog for a long time. But I found a man and we moved to a flat. It was too small flat, but he decided to buy this huge dog. And I was wondering how to fit it in. But he bought a dog and it was lovely. But he passed away when he was a year and a half when he had a heart attack. So I bought a new one, and the new one was with us. Was lovely, but then he died by the cancer, and then since then we decided we are not going to have any other dog. But you know what? I'm really impressed how they help people, how they are connected, how they can be with full with unconditional love to the humans. It's not like the cat. Cat are different. They are self-confident and they behave themselves, and people need to behave differently. But then you realize who is the dog person and who is the cat person, right? But the dogs, no. I'm wondering sometimes if the people can do that, if they can give unconditional love. And then, what I'm really sad about and angry about is that these dogs, they do everything what they see on their owners and they follow their master. But the problem is that the people started to use them for the fights, and they can fight for us, and they can hurt themselves for us. And it's so sad that we are doing them what we are doing, and we can't really do love them as they love us.
Thank you. Jasmina, how was she?
Nice.
Now, Michael.
Hello, I'm Michaela. I have one moment in my life when my little sister, when I was 7, she told me that she was abused of our grandfather, and I don't know what to do. But then I decided to say it to our parents, and they then we don't go there to our grandparents anymore. But I think we didn't see our grandfather also anymore. And but I have there a little dog, a dog that they bought for me, and I was caring for this dog, and I was sad about it. And then I had a little bit of guilt about it, about dog and everything, what happened. Also, we couldn't go there to our grandparents because there was then things on the court and everything else. And we haven't seen our grandfather till he died. But I think I've done anyway. I don't know because and I've done a good work because my sister, we didn't talk so much, but she had some problems with her feelings and everything else, and then she had to go to the psychologist and so on. So this was it.
Okay. Thank you, Michaela. She was okay. Thank you. Okay. The next one on my screen is Isabel.
I was alone. But can I be Shlomo?
As long as you tell my old secrets, you can do.
No. So, I am Shlomo, and I am very happy to be with all of you. You are my family, and I feel a deep happiness in my heart when I see you growing, transforming your lives, and reaching out for your dreams, being the best version of yourselves. You are my legacy of love, and I love each one of you in a special way and very deeply.
You want me to cry, huh? Thank you. I just give you a comment. Look at the screen, those who already told their stories and we know their stories, and the others. You can see something very, very important. Maybe we should make a research on this. The main issue that we have on this planet, that we are going on this planet, and we feel we are not seen. The moment you did this, and you felt you are seen, at that moment something totally changed in your face. Look at the face of those that the story was told already. You can see it on the face. And we see it in other faces as well. But just look at it and see how it works. It's amazing. And I'll talk more later. Thank you, Isabel.
And how is the thumb?
I said already.
Thank you.
The truth is that you know me and you understand me even when I'm not speaking. This is the truth. The next one on the screen is Mazi.
All right, people. So I'm Carlos, and I'm dealing with feelings of shame and guilt about things that happened to me 30 years ago when I betrayed the trust of my loved one. And I've been carrying it for many, many years. And sometimes when I used to talk to my friends, they would say that everything's okay and things like that happen. But still, I feel the guilt and the shame in my heart because I hold myself to a higher standard and I expect more for myself, although I know that people make mistakes, but I still carry it in me as part of me in my life. This is part of me.
Thank you. She was okay, Carlos. Good. So now you're going to be Mazi.
Hello everyone, I'm Masi. I am a very lovely person. When I know a friend long time ago, and this friend now have a problems, have issues, and when I some years I have this kind of, of problems, this kind of issues, and I want to help because I think it's in a very, very confused in his mind, and maybe he decided take a suicide. I am very worried for him. I understand this is not my responsibility. It's my friend. I love my friend, but still, I am worried. I am. I want to help her, him, but I don't know what kind of with love to help to take a new decisions and change his mind.
Thank you. Great. So the next one on my screen is Charlotte.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Caroline, and I'm happy to be here today. I didn't get a chance to share too much because, again, Charlotte did most of the talking. But I have been through some really bad, really scary situations, life-threatening type of situations. And luckily, I was able to get through the surgeries and start to mend. And which actually, this all put me on a higher kind of purpose to figure out or learn how I can be more healing. So I'm on this journey of healing and helping others to heal. And yes, I've been through a lot of depression too, but I am actually on a good path right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Charlotte.
Hi, everyone. I'm Charlotte, and I'm a child of the universe, a beloved child of the universe, with this inner strength, which I have achieved through acceptance. This acceptance that I have been working on myself has helped me find a level of peace and happiness. And SGLA feels like the right place for me. It wasn't always like this. Growing up, I was feeling out of place in my family. I had a big problem with shyness, and I resorted to external sources to help me cope with the situation I was in. I'm an empath, and I'm an empath now, and I was an empath when I was a child. The empath that I am now means that I can pick up on people's thoughts and feelings and what they're going through. But because I have so many tools through my life experience, I'm able to separate what are other people's feelings and emotions to what are my own, and I'm able to help them. But it wasn't always like that. When I was growing up, I was an empath too. And there I picked up on all sorts of good and bad, and I didn't have the tools to help me to deal with the situation. But I am very happy to be the person I am now, Charlotte. I'm at peace with myself, peace with the world, and SGLA is my place.
Thank you. Okay, the next one on my screen is Bonnie.
Hi, I'm Shalou, and I am the second daughter of 8 children. And my father owned a restaurant. Our father owned a restaurant, so my sister and I worked at that restaurant many, many hours to exhaustion. And then, even though I had really high hopes of going to university, my father had an accident. He was badly injured. And so at about 25, I had to put all of my hopes for that education on hold so that I could work in the restaurant. And we were very successful. My sister and I opened several restaurants, and we were doing very well. And then I started to heal. I started to find my voice. And when I started to speak my truth, that is when things started to disintegrate between myself and my sister. But everything works out exactly as it should, because now I'm a holistic practitioner and I am enjoying my life, and I'm very happy to be on the path that I'm on now.
Thank you. Okay, now Bonnie.
Hi, I am Bonnie, and I'm very involved with my church. And I was married for 18 years, and then my husband left me for a younger woman. And after that happened, the first week, the church was very supportive of me. But then I started to notice that the women at the church were giving me the side eye and just hanging on to their husbands a little tighter, almost as if they were threatened by me being single. And that really disillusioned me a lot. But it got me to become a minister. I went online and I got my ordination, and I have married many people, and yeah, it took me down a whole different path, and I even have my doctorate in spirituality and shaman medicine, and it's really interesting because after the teacher's course, I teach another course with Annie. And, if you're interested, you should really check out that course. It starts in September.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Daniela, I understand that your Wi-Fi was low or your network was not good. Okay.
Yeah, the internet today is not working properly, and also Mariana is not here too.
She came
Her
and go.
internet was kind of messy too.
So even for us, it's hard to connect Russia and Caracas. But that's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, you will not do your
Thank
part
you.
today. Okay. Now look inside and see what this very simple exercise makes in the environment of the whole group. Because the moment you share with one-on-one, most of the time you are more open. You less shame, you less feel that you have to hide yourself. The moment we change it and afterward your partner, your friend will share with the whole group, something of you goes out. And most of the time, I did it, with many, many people in my life. Most of the time, you feel okay with this. You feel okay because you feel seen, for somebody saw you, and then it's okay for you that you will show yourself to the whole group. Here we say, how we translate it from Hebrew, I don't know. זה לא חוכמה. How I translate it. Okay, this is
It's not such a big deal.
something like this, because we are already knows each other very well. We are living here together in a way for some of us 3 years and maybe more. But still, there is something that this simple exercise shows us that we can create intimacy via Zoom. And this is what I wanted to prove today. And now we'll go a little bit more inside. What I wanted to do now, I'll give you another 3 minutes. I want you to look at the eyes of your partner. Don't look at the camera. Look at the eyes. So you had a partner here. Daniela will do it with me. Okay? So we have 3 minutes just to take a deep breath, to look at the eyes of our partner, and let's see what comes, what wants to come, what do we see, and then we'll share about it. As simple as that. Just look in the eyes. Daniela, I'm looking at your eyes, and you can look at my eyes. Okay, enough. Now I want each and every one of you to share in the chat. What did you feel while you were looking at the other eyes and you saw him looking at you? Just share 1, 2 sentences. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Michaela. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Jasmina. Thank you, Shlomo. Thank you, Daniela. Thank you, Shalom. Thank you, Faten. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Nadine. Thank you, Katrina. Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, Abby. Okay. So now the intention of this lesson, conceptually, is more than doing this work between us. It's also to teach us what is the way to create intimacy in other people's hearts. I just want to say, because I wrote to Daniela that I had to close my eyes. I don't know why. I still saw you. Just I want you to know. But there is something within me that I close. Okay. So the question is now, is there a concept? Is there something that we can learn beyond being spontaneous, as we all do all the time, beyond being authentic, as we all do all the time? And if there are kind of rules that we can use in order to create more intimacy. So before I will give you some kind of tips, I will admit there are no rules and there are no tips. Because it is human being. Here I'm looking at 12, 16, 17 human beings in front of me. Your energy is constantly changing. Your heart is more open and less open all the time. There are waves. I can close my eyes and imagine each and every one of you and feel the energy of each and every one of you. Sometimes I feel more intimate with one and less intimate with the other. But in this group, this is the magic of this group, I can say. When we are doing it ongoing and we feel more safe, that there are many, many minutes during the lesson that I feel that the love spirit is taken over. It's like the love spirit came into the room. Doesn't matter where are you, how many kilometers away, but the love spirit is here. You are at home. You are at home. You are at home. And when I feel that, I know I'm doing something right. When I feel that, I know you do something right. And I feel that, I know that we have a bonding that we'll never forget. It takes some, maybe, new shapes, new shades, but at the end of the day, the essence is the essence. For example, now, I know, since I was a teacher, many, many years ago, I began to teach in university, that there are moments when I see your faces and I see that you are all totally listening to me. This is like a magic, really like a magic. If I shut my mouth now, the energy will still flow, the same energy, and maybe even more. Maybe we'll do it at the end of the lesson, just kind of training like this. But I see what comes to me now, Michaela face, and Shalou face, and Fraten face, and Katrina. You are all here with me together, as if you are floating in my body, as if you are touching my heart physically here. So this is something which is magic. And I'm ready to pay everything just to have these kind of feelings. And I hope you all the same. And this is a moment of healing. This is a moment of growth, moment of transformation. We all know it already. So now you will forgive me. I'll go a little bit to ChatGPT to see what he has to say to us. And then we'll talk about it. Try to create any kind of yes, very nice problem. So okay. Anna Maria is coming again. Okay, so we're talking about the practice. We're looking at the eyes, which is totally technical. But even doing this kind of exercise, we know sometimes when we're looking at somebody's eyes, and I trained myself all my life to look at people's eyes, when I was a judge and I was a therapist as well. Sometimes you look at somebody's eyes and you see that he or she are totally open to you, but still there is something there as if it was a wall inside her or his body. Most of the time it goes, from the solar down. And somebody or something makes somebody who looks at your eyes to hide someone, to create a wall, and you feel you cannot melt the wall. This is what we are trying to do. So what he suggests here, it was me actually. Part of it was what I wrote to him, but soft gaze into the lens for 2-3 minutes until you feel comfortable with prolonged gaze. This is what we do already. We did like 3 minutes. We were looking at each other's eye, and something happened, even if it's thousands of kilometers away. And now ChatGPT speaks about the speaking and listening culture during the call. So what he suggests us is to divide our visual attention consciously. When you are listening, look at the person's window, what we were talking about before. So when I'm listening to you, I want to look at the window of the camera so you can feel like now that as if I'm looking at your eyes. But the moment I'm talking and you're listening to me, this is what I'm doing in my lessons. I look at your eyes and then you feel like I'm giving you the space or the possibility to look in me. And now what there is here suggestion is to do the pairs exercise. Intimate therapeutic session when the other person is cooperating. Open the meeting with 60 seconds of complete silence, where both of you look directly into the camera or as close to it. It is amazing. I read this before and I saw this, but I decided to do it the way that you will look at each other's eyes, not at the camera. Even though we know, maybe you don't see me as looking at your eyes. This comes from my experience of many, many years, that the moment I'm looking at your eyes, even if you don't see me looking at your eyes, but if I really authentically look at your eyes, you will feel it. So my suggestion is not as ChatGPT. My suggestion is to look at the eyes, because when you look at the eyes and you create this eye contact, it really works. So this is it, what is written here. The silent gaze, the pair exercise we did already. That's all what I should tell you about this presentation. Now we have half an hour. Because you are teachers, and I have something in my mind, and I can also do a meditation, but I want you to choose what do you want to do in an intimate session for half an hour. You can choose and teach. You can choose and I will teach, whatever you choose. Whatever comes to you. What do you feel now in this energy that we have in this class, when the rough spirit is already here, that you want to do in the next 30 minutes? And I'll be very happy. Isabel knows what she wants to do in the next 30 minutes. Bye, Isabel. So I love the idea that you will, as we say already, especially with the newcomers, you will choose and you will teach. What feels to you right in this energy that you feel to share yourself or to teach, to share a concept that you are in this concept? I give you the floor. If not, I will go my way, but I think this is a good idea to train ourselves. Okay. Who's going to be the first? Not everybody together. Yes, Caroline. First of all, Caroline, how do you feel? You feel okay?
Yeah, I feel good. Thank you. I will have my operation on my knee in 2 weeks.
I thought it was happening. Okay.
Still waiting. The doctor is overbooked.
So, do you want to teach now?
I would love that you lead us on a intimacy meditation.
Okay. I love it, that's the truth. But I wanted. So I'll talk a little bit about intimacy and how intimacy is connected to our lesson. I already said it last week. Intimacy is into me, see. Into me, see means when I'm looking at Petrina now, and I'm totally open to Petrina, it means that I'm totally open to myself as well at the same time. And I want to be honest with you, because I know that even in a very intimate relationships, there is always something that we are keeping to ourselves, even though we don't aware of it. We don't share everything. Like if your girlfriend or friend, she is ugly and she asks you if she is ugly or not, you will not tell her you are ugly. Or I said it already once here. So intimacy doesn't mean total truth. Intimacy doesn't mean authenticity in a way that I can say whatever I feel, whatever I want to say. It still means that I will do it in a way that keeps any kind of balance between truth and not hurting other people. I will not tell you the story of an intimate girlfriend that I have, or I will not tell you a story of. So intimacy doesn't mean that I'm totally ready to share everything about my son, about this kind of things. But intimacy means more and more I'm connected to myself. More and more I feel myself. More and more I have this courage to stop during my lifetime, during the day, and ask myself, okay, my dear, what do you feel now? And coming closer and closer and closer to myself. This is what I feel intimacy is. And yet, there is always new levels for intimacy. Imagine that we are all now living in the same room, together, for a long time. I will not mention names, but I will give you an example. When we were in the retreat, my room was in front of the bathroom. And one woman that was talking to me and looking to me like she put me in a pedestal, I think, for some time in her life. This is the way I thought. Saw me first time in her life, standing in underwear in the bathroom. On one hand, it's intimacy. On the other hand, it was not right. It was not right because it's okay also to keep something behind the curtains while we have relationships with others. On the other hand, we can be much more close, even if we don't share all the facts. So, the exercise that I used to do, but I will not do it today, Caroline, is to look inside yourself and tell me what I did already in the sequence once. I'll do it in a different way. Close your eyes and say a sentence. Let's do it now and see how it goes. Each and every one of us will close our eyes. And at the moment that I'll tell you, please open your eyes, every one of you will begin by the words, what I didn't tell you until now is, and you'll find out there is a lot of intimate details, maybe important, maybe less important, that you didn't tell us. This can create a new texture, a new essence of openness and intimacy. And as I said before, I don't want you to hurt anybody. I don't want you to hurt yourself. But I want you to look inside and see, what are you hiding, especially from yourself sometimes? And what are you ready now to share in this book? So I'll say names. I'll begin now from the other side. And I want each and every one of you to open your eyes and to say, what I didn't tell you until now is, and share with us. As simple as that. Okay, let's begin from the right side down of my screen. So the first one will be Anna Maria, if you are here. And if not, it will be for 10. Take a deep breath, all of you. Take yourself 2 minutes to look at it and to share. Yes, Faten.
I don't understand what to share. I'm sorry.
What comes to you, what I didn't tell you until now is, I have a tattoo on my back. Whatever. What I didn't tell you until now is,
Um, hmm.
so I claim that we'll have 5 minutes for all of us, and then we meditate. Maybe up to 10 minutes. Whatever comes to you, Faten.
Like in these kind of things, like it's hard for me to actually deep or to say anything. It's just my brain go blank.
Okay, so we'll go all the way round and then we'll come to you again.
Okay.
Carlos.
Can you repeat the exercise, please?
I want you to say what I didn't tell you until now is, and to say something you didn't tell me. Tell us.
Okay. I understand with this exercise who, if I am present to other people, vulnerable, I can connect with the intimacy with the other people. And when in this kind of conversation, I have open my heart, and the other people open his heart or her heart, and
No. Leave it. I will be the first, and I want you to look at me, and you can go after me.
Okay.
So my name is Shlomo Shoah. What I didn't tell you until now was that when I was 13 years old, a man took me on the bus to the forest in my city, and he was harassing me in a way. He was touching my penis, and he took me, and then he sent me back home. I didn't tell it to you until now. So this is a secret, and I'm sharing. It came to me now, and I'm sharing it with you.
Okay.
Yes.
When I was a little kid, my uncle abused to me for many years, and in this moment I don't know what happens, and I don't understand what happened, but he abused and abused to myself, and I lived with guilty and shame for many years.
Thank you. We are not creating drama. We just say something, and you will see what will happen in the room. Katrina.
My birthmark, my blue nose, has had a major impact on my life. I always felt like there was something wrong with me, that I was really ugly, that it ruined my life.
Thank you. Bonnie.
I'm drawing a blank. The only thing I can think to say is that when I was younger, I witnessed my brother in a situation where he was being abused by my uncle, by our uncle. And that was very difficult for the whole family. I don't think I've shared that before.
Thank you, dear. Thank you very much. Annie.
What I think I haven't told you is that I was abandoned by my father when I was 2 years old. And he came back into my life when I was 18. And I have a relationship with him now and have since I was 18. But it's very lopsided. I still feel abandoned by him. It's like I'm the adult in the relationship and I take care of him, but he does not take care of me.
Thank you, dear. Shalom.
What I didn't tell you until now is that I too was abused when I was, would have been less under the 5-year mark because I was with my grandma. It was one of the employees that used to work on the church grounds, and I don't know how she found out, whether I told her or whatever, but she fired the man, and I loved that. She didn't put up with it, and she dealt with it.
Thank you. Jasmine.
Yes, what I haven't told you is that I was also abused when I was 13, and a friend of my uncle and my parents came to my room and touched me all over my body, and I felt really bad. So,
Thank you. Robin.
I'm having mixed feelings because these are all things that we left behind so many times. The abuses and the traumas.
Tell me something else.
Okay, I spend way too much time since I started a parasite cleanse 6 years ago thinking about poop and being concerned with elimination and seeing how my dogs poop and using that as my guide to what is a healthy poop, what should be coming out of us and how long it should take.
Thank you. Caroline.
What I didn't tell you till now is I have never been in, I've never fallen in love, not with a partner. Yes, with my children and my family, and I have never experienced that deep love, that intimacy that can be with the partner.
Thank you. Charlotte. We don't hear you, Charlotte.
You hear me now?
No, it's yes.
I grew up telling all kinds of lies about myself just for acceptance.
Thank you. Michaela.
Michaela, and what I didn't tell you till now, there are plenty of things, but if I should maybe pick up one of it, is that when I was a kid, I felt that no one loves me. And I was thinking about commit suicide, and I was choosing what would be the best for it. But then I realized it's everything would be painful or quite difficult. So I decided life is really great.
Thank you. Nadine.
I'm Nadine, and what I haven't told you up until now is that for a while, many years, I didn't see my father because it was too painful, and I had to rebuild myself.
Thank you. Abby.
I'm Abby. And what I haven't told anyone is how you probably already see, I suffer with self-esteem and self-worth. And it's been an ongoing challenge.
Thank you. Did I miss somebody? Because it's switched. Ana Maria, you want to say something?
Mauricio, you have a name,
Yes, sorry.
Daniel.
Okay, yes. Daniela, welcome.
I'm Daniela, and what I haven't told you is that all my life I have been like in sadness and with a lot of anger.
Okay, thank you. Okay, there is still somebody who didn't talk. Okay. So now, let's close our eyes. Put our feet on the ground. To be honest, I didn't know that it will go straight to the abuse stuff, although I shared the first about abuse. But we don't want to scratch the wound again. It's not about that at all. It's about feeling that I'm not ashamed of anything, and I don't feel guilty of anything in this lifetime, from now on and forever. So I want you to close your eyes and to look inside, and to look into your body, and to imagine within your body if you say the word shame and guilt, where do you find it in your body? And if you find it, just put your hand on this place and take a deep breath in. Shame and guilt. Where do I feel it in my body? And I want you to walk with me on this path to transform shame and guilt into joy, happiness, and self-love. So let's look inside and look at the place that you feel shame and guilt. And when you look at this place, look at the shape of the shame and guilt. Look at the color of your shame and guilt. So there is some place in your body that you feel shame and guilt, and you give it a color, and you give it a shape. You can imagine that wherever you touch this place, you feel lack of energy, you feel weakness. And as long as the shame and guilt stays in your body, you can always improve your energy of your body. So what I want you to do, wherever you touch your body in the place of shame and guilt, that you imagine that you are taking it in your hand, you make a fist, and you bring it into your heart. And when you bring it into your heart, you just open your fist and you give it to your heart, and your heart knows how to transform, and your heart transforms this feeling into love, into joy, into happiness. You can see inside you, around your heart, how it works. It is like magic. You put there what you put, and then all of a sudden you feel joy, happiness, and light. Take a deep breath, and slowly, slowly you contract your fist again, and you take this from your fist and you bring it to your body, to the place that was before, and before you felt guilt, shame, and you felt a color of the shape and a color. And now look again and caress your body in this place and give lots of love. Be gentle, be soft. And you can see that in this place you can easily transform. You can easily bring to this place joy and happiness. If it's in your womb or genitals or your heart, wherever it is, just bring the joy, happiness, and light. Caress this place and give it a very light and open energy. And now you imagine that there is still some kind of guilt and shame in this place. So you do it again. You make a fist, you take this guilt and shame again. You bring it again to your heart. And when you touch your heart, you open your heart. And you feel a stream of love, that you bring this stream of love to your hand. And you can see it transforms. And the shape changes, and the color changes. And then you go back to this place that you was before, and you say to yourself, what is the color of the energy here now? Most of the time it becomes brighter and lighter. And you can ask yourself, what is the shape you see there? And you can see that the shape becomes smaller. The shape of your guilt and shame becomes smaller and smaller, smaller. And we'll do it again once more. You still take what is left of guilt and shame, you put it in your fist. You hold your fist and you bring your fist to your heart. You take a deep, deep breath and you send all the energy in the world, all the energy you can send to your hand and to your fist. You open your fist, you release your fingers, you release your hand, and you feel that your hand is like sucked with honey, sucked with happiness, very, very light, very, very open. Looking inside and saying to yourself, everything is okay. Everything is okay. And now slowly, slowly, you close your hand again and you bring it to the place that you felt guilt and shame before. The moment you bring it there, you don't have to do anything. Just relax, open your hand, and feel that the energy in this place transformed. You can see a more light and open energy, more peace, more happiness, more peacefulness, much more of just being in nature, accepting nature into you, and relaxing. Be with me for a moment. Relax with me. My dear brothers and sisters, imagine we are all in the same room now. We are holding each other. We are caressing each other. And we are saying to each other, you are love. You are love. You are love. You say to yourself, I am love. I am love. I am love. And now slowly, slowly, you open your eyes and look at the ground. You connect your feet to the ground and you say, we are love. We are love. We are love. Say it with me. I am love. I am love. I am love. You are love. You are love. You are love. We are love. We are love. We are love. Slowly open your eyes. Look at the ground for a moment and see what's going on. Take again a deep breath. Fill in your lungs and your belly and relax. And you will feel that everything is okay. Everything is okay. Wow. Now slowly, slowly open your eyes and look at the screen. Say thank you to yourself for being here, each and every one, for connecting to each other, for being courageous enough to say, this is who is me. I have nothing to hide. And the moment you open it, you heal yourself totally. You heal yourself totally. Robin, it's not about going back to these stories. It's only to say to you, Robin, I'm naked in front of you. That's all. You can see me. What you see is what you get. I have nothing to hide. I was not like this many years when I was young. I had to play a game. I had to show something. It took me years and years of creating my self-confidence and self-love to be able to do what I did now. And when Caroline said, I want you to make a meditation on intimacy, it came to me that I can play the game, but if I'm not sharing something which is intimate just to tell you that I'm open, it will be just, I will not walk my talk. And then I said, okay, let's all walk our talks. Sometimes it's not easy, but it's not about going back, scratching the wounds, not at all. It's about going forward, but telling Caroline, you see me, this is who I am. If I was now in your island, I was just the same. Maybe I would go without shirt or something like this on the seashore that you're there. But this is who I am. And when I'm running in the morning, I ran today, I'm taking you with me many times. And I see you. And it is amazing. Thank you all. Have a great day. See you next week. I am love. You are love. We are love. Bye bye.